Welcome to my channel. I'm Scott, and if you want to catch my newest video, I post one every day. In this video, I am going to walk you through the process of valuing Express's stock by analyzing their financial statements and dissecting their financial ratios so we can determine if it's a buy or a sell. Express is a fashion retailer that caters mainly to young men and women. The company is headquartered in Columbus, Ohio. It operates 607 stores in the US, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, and Guatemala. Let's get started with the model. This is a micro-cap company, 217 million market cap. They're trading at $3.34 a share, and they have 65 million shares outstanding. Let's look at the financials. The way you value a company is you estimate the free cash flows into the future, and then you discount those numbers back to today's value. That's what we're doing in this video. And free cash flow is cash flow from operations minus capital expenditures. So you can see the company does have positive free cash flow each year except in the trailing 12 months. Net income is the profit and loss on the income statement. It's revenue minus expenses. They have positive net income in 2018 and 19, but negative in 2020 and the trailing 12 months. Revenue is the sales for the company, and that was $2.1 billion in 2018. It did drop a little in 2019 and 2020, but dropped a lot in the trailing 12 months due to COVID and store closures. This is the company's income statement. The top line is the revenue, the sales. Below that is the cost of revenue. These are the expenses directly related to generating the revenue. And the difference between those two numbers is the gross profit. They had a nice gross profit in prior years, but in the trailing 12 months it was really low due to low sales. Below that is operating expenses. And below that is operating income. Below that is the interest they pay in their debt. Then there's other income and expenses. Sometimes companies make money or lose money outside of their core operations, so that goes into the other column. Then below that is pre-tax income, then taxes. They had a big negative in the trailing 12 months, negative $500 million. They also had a negative in 2020. They did squeak out a positive net income in 2019 and $19 million in 2018. Things seem to be getting worse for this company. This is the company statement of cash flows. The top line is operating cash flow. That's how much cash the company generates or loses from their operational business. Then you have capital expenditures, which are investments in property, plant, and equipment. Operating cash flow minus CapEx gives you your free cash flow. They had negative free cash flow in the trailing 12 months, positive in other years. In 2018, the company bought back 19 million of stock. In 2019, they bought back 86 million. 2020, 17 million. When a company buys back stock, it lowers the shares outstanding, which makes the remaining shares more valuable. Let's look at the company's operating cash flow. To calculate operating cash flow, you start with net income. That was negative 500 million. Then you have to add back a $232 million asset impairment. Asset impairments are expenses that bring down your net income, but they're non-cash items, so they don't affect cash flow. There was also 16 million in deferred taxes and 77 million in depreciation. Even though they reported a $500 million loss on the income statement, they only had negative $193 million of cash flow. Because net income is accounting profit and loss. Net income includes non-cash items. COVID has really affected this company because less people go into the stores to buy clothing. I expect things to get better in 2021. Let's look at the capital structure. $400 million of equity, $1.1 billion of debt. They're 27% equity, 73% debt. And their WACC is 8.5%, and that's a discount rate we're going to apply to the future cash flows. We estimated 4 years of future free cash flows. We also estimated a terminal value, which is all cash flows past year for that's $611 million. We discounted those numbers back to today using a weighted average cost of capital. We get a value of the company of $397 million. We divide that by 65 million shares. And we get a calculated stock price of $6.12. They're trading at $3.34, so they're trading at a 45% discount. It's a buy according to the model. The stock was trading over $20 a share back in 2016, but has been coming down little by little over the years. It had a pretty big spike last week. This is one of the stocks that really got bid up because the people on Reddit were trying to apply a short squeeze on the hedge funds. What they wanted to do is drive the price higher, which means that short sellers had to buy the higher price to cover their shorts, which drove the price even higher. It seems like the stock price has been coming down the past couple of days. This company has a really high beta, 3.08, so the stock moves more than 3 times the market. The stock has increased 14% in the past 52 weeks, which is about the same as the S&P 500. The low was 57 cents, the high was $14. And the stock is trading well above its 50-day and 200-day moving average. A lot of people are buying this stock. Over 149 million shares are traded each day on average the past 10 days. And there's only 65 million shares outstanding. 55 million of those shares are on float. 70% of the shares are held by institutions, and about 14% of the shares on float are shorted. If you invested $10,000 into this company 10 years ago, you would have about $2,800 today. Contrarius Investment owns 9.3% of the stock, then Divisor Capital owns 8.6%, then BlackRock, Schwab, and Renaissance. Let's look at the financial ratios. The average PE in the market's 11, the median is 14. PE is stock price over earnings per share. To calculate earnings per share, that's net income over shares outstanding. They have negative net income, so they have negative PE. Price to sales is stock price over sales per share. They're at 0.2. That means investors are paying 20 cents for $1 revenue. Price to book is stock price over book value per share. They're at 0.5. And the way you calculate book value per share, it's equity over shares outstanding. Equity is assets minus liabilities in the balance sheet, and they have $400 million of equity. They have a really low price to book ratio of 0.5. Interest coverage ratio is EBIT over interest expense, so they can just cover their interest payments with their EBIT. ROE is net income over equity. They have negative net income, so they have negative ROE. Current ratio is current assets over current liabilities. They can just cover their current liabilities with their current assets. And their current assets are $207 million of cash and $220 million of inventory. The company may need to take on some debt to run their business over the next 12 months, because it's likely they'll have negative free cash flow, and they only have $3 million of working capital. The best way to look at ratios to compare them to similar companies, I've done videos on Aritzia, Gap, L Brands, Lululemon, and Ross, all in the same industry as Express. And if Express has a number in red, they're worse than the average. If they have a number in green, they're better than the average. So they're worse in PE because they're negative. They are better in price to sales and price to book, but this looks like a value trap. Those are really low ratios. Their current ratio is just above 1. They have a terrible ROE. They have a lot of debt, and they're a really tiny company. So to summarize, I do have them trading at a 45% discount, but that's because the stock price has come down so much. This company has a high chance of going bankrupt. If they don't go bankrupt, you might do well, but it is very risky. I rank their free cash flows 1 out of 10. They were really low before the trailing 12 months. Now they're a big negative. I rank their revenue 3 out of 10. It's been going down little by little each year, and then it dropped a lot in the trailing 12 months. And I give their ratios 1 out of 10 because they're pretty terrible. So let me know what you think. Give this video a like, subscribe, or comment below. Also, if you'd like to get a custom valuation or just support the channel, you can become a member by clicking on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.